What's going on, Kingdom people? I just want to give you guys a quick word of the day, the King's word of the day. Remember, we go through this word of the day. The goal is to actually hear what the King has to say and actually work and meditate on it all day. That's the goal of the King's word of the day. Listen, I'm gonna give you the King's word of the day. But again, what I want you guys to do is hear what the word of the day is and try to meditate on it. Try to think on it a couple of times throughout the day and try to figure out how it applies to you. It will apply to you in some way, shape, or form. We just got to figure out how to make it work for us. We got to make the word work for us versus just hearing the word and then just knowing about it and never applying it. So we got to make sure we do that. That's always going to be my disclaimer. Listen, the King's word of the day comes from Proverbs 13 and 20. Anytime you want to check out the word of the days that I have, all you have to do is just download the YouVersion Bible app. The YouVersion Bible app, it gives you a word of the day every day. And then again, like I said, I look at it first thing in the morning and I try to figure out how to apply it in my family, around my friends, at work, and things of that nature. Amen. So let's look at the King's word of the day. Like I said, it comes from Proverbs 13 and 20. And it says, "He who walks with wise men will be wise, but the companion of fools will be destroyed." Listen, growing up, we used to hear our parents, and even now, if you're still not, you still may hear people say, birds of a feather flock together. You also may hear people say things like, look, you keep hanging out with the wrong crowd. What we have to learn how to do is make sure that we are around the right type of people so we can receive the right type of outcome. Listen, I was always told that if I want to be rich, or if I want to be prosperous, that I need to hang around people who are like that. Because what ends up happening is, if I'm around people who are rich enough, or if I'm around people who are prosperous enough, I'm going to start hearing them say certain things. They're going to start doing certain things. They're going to start showing me certain things because it's part of their natural way of living. It's not that they're actually taking me under their wing, but it's just that's what they do. And because that's what they do, I will naturally start to pick up on that. Therefore, I will become successful in that endeavor as well. He who walks with wise men will be wise. If you're around people who continue to do what the Word of God says, or continue to do what the right thing is, naturally you are going to pick up on those behaviors. On the adverse side, of course, it says the companion of fools will be destroyed. A fool is nothing more than somebody who does not operate in wisdom. It's just that simple. So, with that being said, if you are hanging around people who don't do what they're supposed to do, unfortunately, that may be your destruction. Now, when it's talking about destruction, really all it's saying is tearing down what is built up. Okay, so you have strong moral values in one area, whatever that is, but if you hang around, or if you're around people long enough who don't value those values that you value, 9 out of 10 times you're going to slowly start to push that value to the side for whatever reason. It's kind of like the concept when you put a rock in a river or in a stream right where the water flows over it. In time, that rock will become extremely smooth. But a normal rock that is out in the desert, or a normal rock that's just sitting around, it's going to have rigid edges. Okay. If you have a drop of water that's continually dropping in the same place, over and over and over, in time, that spot, you will see an indent. You will see an increase. And unfortunately, if it does it long enough, it will begin to change the interior design of that is dripping on, and it will begin to crack, possibly break. It's the same thing. You think that you're okay hanging around these people, and it's not affecting you, but in time it will. Listen, some of you may be even saying, I don't hang around a lot of people. My circle is small, and the people who I'm around is good company. They're doing with this. That's great. I'm glad that you have that type of circle to where they are positively influencing you. But at the same time, even if you're not around anybody, you also have to watch what you're putting in your eyes and what you're listening to. The music we're listening to, the TV, the social media that we're watching. If you look at your social media and you're scrolling through your stories and your reels and things of that nature, whatever you're seeing the most of, or the concept or the theory or the idea that you're seeing the most of, that is slowly influencing your mind. So it's not always people. Okay? Sometimes it's sometimes it's what you're watching, sometimes it's what you're listening to. If you're always listening to music that's always talking about one thing, in time you will begin to think of that. If you're always watching certain things, in time you will begin to think of that, whatever that is that you're watching. Okay? This is why the Bible also talks about guarding your eyes, guarding your ears. Your body is your holy temple. What you put in will either make you or break you. What you're listening to, the people that you're around. So listen, Proverbs 13:20. He who walks with wise men will be wise, but the companion of the fools will be destroyed. Watch what you're putting into your body. Watch what you're putting in your minds. Watch what you're putting into your soul. And I promise you, the more that you pay attention to that, the more you put yourself into the positions of where you actually want to go, the more prone you are to actually being that person. I love you. Be blessed. Till next time, walk it out.